So let's take a look at the updated roster for the Tournament of Power going into Dragon Ball Super Episode 108. The big interesting twist, I guess, of the previous episode 107 was that Universe 6 and Universe 7 both lost one person. Universe 6 lost Magetta, who was eliminated by Vegeta, and that's interesting because now the Magetta Botamo combo is, well, history. But they still have Hit, Kaba, Frost, Kale, Caulifla, and of course the two Namekians that we have yet to see in action. But the other big one was the elimination of Master Roshi. Now, after I did my Dragon Ball Super review, I was reading the comments, and a lot of you guys were commenting that I made a mistake as far as I misinterpreted the elimination of Roshi. Basically, the fact that Vegeta told Roshi to retire, and I took that as him telling Roshi to retire permanently from fighting. But most of you guys, well, not most, but a lot of you guys were like, hey, I don't think he meant that. I think he meant retire from the tournament, and I completely agree. I rewatched the episode, and I was like, you know what? You guys, the Geekdom 101 audience, you have a point. You're right. I completely misinterpreted that scene. I thought he meant retire as in forever, but no, he meant retire as in just from the tournament. So that's something that I picked up on the second viewing thanks to you guys. Now, for the purposes of this chart that was done by Shadow Raiko, he listed Roshi as being eliminated by Frost. Obviously, Roshi was not eliminated by Frost. Roshi chose to be eliminated, but because Frost was involved in the elimination, that's why he put it on there. So don't give Shadow Raiko a hard time for this one if you're going to contact him. It just makes sense because you could theoretically say that had Frost not gotten involved in this part of the tournament, Roshi could have recovered and kept fighting. So the decision was Roshi, so that is kind of a self-elimination, but nonetheless, Frost was still involved. Same thing goes with Ten Shinhan. He was fighting Harmilla, and he threw himself out by doing that multiform technique, so it was his choice, but Harmilla was involved. So that's why Shadow Raiko kind of puts that there, and that's why it counts as an elimination for Frost. Now, as it stands right now, because of the Magetta elimination, Vegeta is at 9 eliminations. Vegeta is clearly in the lead at 9. Now, for the purposes of this chart, the elimination of the Trio of Danger by Goku and Vegeta accounted for both of them. That's why Goku has 6 and Vegeta has 9. But Vegeta right now in the lead, still the MVP of the Tournament of Power. Other elimination that I want to talk about was Universe 3's Maji Kayo, which was eliminated by Jiren. Very, very impressively, of course. I have a weird feeling, and this is going to be like a little prediction I'm going to give, that, because we still have several fighters from Universe 3 and Universe 2, I think these guys are going to end up being fodder for Jiren whenever he gets serious. I have a feeling that Jiren will be the one to eliminate all these other cyborgs, and possibly even Goku, whenever he gets very serious, could help out. Same thing goes with Universe 2. I mean, we know that Goku and Rip Brienne are getting ready to do battle here in the upcoming episodes of Super, so Goku could eliminate Rip Brienne, but I don't know that for certain. But it's still something where I have a feeling that these guys are still in it just to basically be fed to Jiren, if that makes sense. And that's actually interesting because with the elimination of Maji Kayo, this is indeed Jiren's first and only elimination. He doesn't really care that much about eliminating people right now, but I find it interesting that with all the hype that is surrounding Jiren, with all of the talk of him being Goku's next big opponent, he hasn't eliminated anybody except for in Super Episode 107. And if you remember, he did it in quite an impressive fashion by pretty much using the air. He used the air. He didn't even hit the dude. He used the energy of the air to eliminate Maji Kayo. And I still feel the same way about Maji Kayo as I did in my original review, in that, Maji Kayo was so cool and I wanted to see him do more things, but what can you do? So the way it stands right now is Universe 11 still has just 3 guys, but it's 3 tough guys. So I could totally see a Jiren hit fight coming. I recently rewatched the Dispo hit fight, and I'm thinking they're going to set that up very soon. Then, of course, we have Universes 2 and 3, which I still believe are going to be set up to be fodder for Jiren and Goku. And coming up next week, we've got, of course, the story, or not next week, next episode 108, the story of Frieza and what's going to happen with him. But again, with Universe 4, we still have not seen Daemon or Gamisaras, the really small microscopic bugs that are there. They tease it again in 107. We haven't seen them yet, so it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with them if they end up having a play in a future episode. So that's what I have for you today. As of right now, Vegeta is still the man. Roshi is out. Now, little piece of trivia, fun trivia. Did you notice that out of everybody eliminated, the only people who have been eliminated so far are the pure humans? Now, obviously, we know that Tenshin Han has alien blood. I might do a whole video on that one. But Krillin and Roshi are Earth humans, and that's interesting that everybody else is either an alien or a half-breed or a cybernetically enhanced human like 17 and 18. So that's kind of cool and kind of interesting that the humans are the ones that are out first. So also, all the 3 guys that are eliminated are bald. I think that's interesting as well. But we have 2 more bald guys left, and that's Piccolo and Frieza. Are Piccolo and Frieza going out next? I don't think so, but nonetheless, it's interesting how all the bald guys are out, so that's kind of a weird coincidence, I guess. Anyways, thank you for checking out this video, and that's your update for the week, and we'll see what happens in 108. I'll see all you guys there, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourself and each other.